Alright. So what do you think makes Latino women in college statistically it's shown that they're a lot better than Latino men. What do you think that is?
Okay, I think it might be a few factors.
Okay.
It might be that maybe for Latino women it's more of an issue of maybe like a fear of regression, like in the past. I mean, all Latinos have gone through like a sense of oppression, I guess, like in the United States. But for the women, like in our respective countries, there's such a sort of chauvinistic attitude that maybe the idea of, you know, doing better and being independent has become, especially for Latina immigrants or children of immigrants, has become like so important because in the past we've had to have these like instances where we've had to depend on the men or been told that we are beneath them or that we need to depend on them or provide, or they have to provide for us. So I guess that would be it, like maybe a sense of like self-righteousness, that we should be able to empower ourselves and be more independent. I guess I'm trying to think of what else. I guess for the men also, there's also the stereotypes of maybe like a certain attitude that they need to carry that have been like sort of like imposed upon them their entire lives. So maybe like for Latino women, like we have the stereotype of, you know, maybe, you know, we stay at home, so we fight against that. But for the men, it's stereotypes more of like maybe that they have to be angry or they have to be more sort of upright and non-emotional, non-involved in certain things. So I guess like
I think it's a cultural thing?
Yeah, like it might be a cultural thing, like just engendered ideas. Like and the facts are like it's not even just Latino males, like it's black males too. So this is like sort of like the minority, like maybe the sense of oppression or feeling maybe of like less of a man or being pushed down like repeatedly. Maybe makes them feel that they have to, not everyone, but some men feel like they have to act a certain way or not care about certain things or sort of forget about certain things because they're unimportant or, you know, inconsequential to what their goal in life is. So.
You mentioned before that independence is a very important part of being a woman. I want to get, what is, for your perspective, I mean everybody has their own definition and everybody knows that being an independent individual is an important thing. For a woman, I want to know, what does independence mean to you? The value of it, the worth of it, why is it so important, why does it drive you so much? Obviously for everybody, but I just want to get the woman's perspective on the issue.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of Latino women can say this, like, especially women that are children of immigrants, like, most of us grow up in households with strong women, and we've sort of seen both sides. Like, in our culture, like, you really get a chance to see both sides of what it is to be a woman. Not saying that staying at home and taking care of the kids is not being an independent woman. I'm sure you could find independence in that. But I think that for us is like, you see like where things can go wrong, and you see where things can really be achieved. So, I mean, for myself, personally, I grew up in a very politically involved household, so, like, being a kid, my mother, you know, all her friends, like, they were all these, like, successful, intelligent women working in the community, you know, trying to uplift people, you know, they would take me, you know, to protests and things like that, and because of that, I really thought it was important to be, like, an independent woman. And I guess to me the sense of independence is just sort of being able to provide for yourself, to know that you don't have to depend on anyone else to do what you have to do, and also to know that you have a sort of circle of people around you that you trust enough that if you do need help, they can help you. So I guess finding success and peace in yourself, and that has nothing to do with how much you make monetarily or anything like that, but I guess just sort of being self-sufficient on your own. So
You don't think Latino men think that way or feel that way? Or?
Well, I'm sure that they do feel that way, but I think for women, it's more explicit, I guess, like in the way that it's shown, like, you know, not being independent. I guess for Latino males, it's like assumed that they're gonna work, you know, assumed that they're gonna, you know, if they have to go to school, that they're going to go to school. It's assumed.
Right.
That eventually they will provide money. But for the wife, it isn't. So I think, or for the woman in general, it isn't always. So I think for women, I guess we feel this need to be more independent because it's more blatant. It's really in our faces.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and we've seen it progress over history. So, and this is something that has been fought against for so long, especially for like women of our culture. Like, I mean, this is something completely new for us, pretty much. Like the rights that we're enjoying now, so we're taking advantage of now. So.
Okay, that's good. Can you run me down your typical routine, studying for an exam or preparing for schoolwork? How would you go about doing it?
Okay, so this semester I'm forcing myself to spend 3 hours a day in the library.
Okay.
Which, when you think about it, is actually not that much time. Like, it's really not. But other than that, I mean, like, I just try to keep up with the readings. Well, the thing is, I'm a liberal arts major, so really for me it's a lot of reading. And you know, so and everything in between is like, you know, like writing papers, and the exams are very like, they're not very like I guess they're based on what you read. It's pretty much it. So if you go to class and you do the readings, then studying isn't really that bad. Like, you know, just it's mostly memorization and just going back, looking over things that I've already written and highlighted. So, and you know, just putting in the time. It's actually not that stressful. I mean, it can be sometimes, but if you don't let it get to you, then you should be able to be okay.
Okay.
So.
That was perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you.